everybody, it's Jesse, and this is a Revenge of the Q&A Pre-Pax edition. I'm going away, as you know, so I won't be around to do a Q&A later in the week, so you get one now, which is wonderful for you. Maybe. As you can see, I've undergone my pre-Pax rituals. I am getting no sleep, because I'm trying to make as many videos as possible to sort of fill out the weekend. And also, I got a haircut, because I felt like that was the thing I should do. He went a little short. You see, I have this very solid rule. The gayer the stylist, the better the haircut. This guy was like, hey, welcome to the thing. I'm gonna, cut your hair or something, meatball sub. And I'm like, okay. Voila. I was like, just a little bit, just a little. Nope. He was like, what else? So, if you're going to PAX and you want to find me, I think I mentioned this before, but specifically if you are there, I'll be tweeting wherever I'm at. So if I'm like, I'm being awesome at Awesome Knots, or whatever other profound thing I say, that's where you will find me. So I'll be doing it pretty much all day, the entire time. Most of the time, though, you'll just run into me walking around. I know Saturday I'm going to hang out with Dodger. Friday I think I'm going to hang out with Gerard and the completionist team. And it's basically Greg. And Sunday, I think I'm spending most of the day playing Elder Scrolls Online. So really, I may not be at the actual convention. But if you see me Sunday, I will be around because I have the Navigator panel at 4:30. So if you want to come to that, please do. It'll be awesome. The TGS live stream thing, the podcast that we're going to film, I guess it'll be up on the actual Game Station channel and stuff like that. TGS Live, that will be 5 o'clock Saturday? I thought it was 4:30, but I think they changed it to 5, so keep that in mind. What else? I think that's it. I think it's just come say hi. I'll be like, oh my god, let's take photos. And it'll be fun. If you ask me where anyone else is, chances are I will not have a clue. If you're like, hey, I'm so glad I found you. Do you know where insert anyone is? I'll be like, no. Can you find anyone in this mess? If you've never been to a PAX before, imagine the most crowded subway ever, and then just make it stinkier. PAX. Also, there are the 2 prizes that we have. The Warcraft prize, which I sent an email to the person, but he has yet to respond. And the StarCraft prize. I will be sending the email to the StarCraft person who won the book, the signed book. I'll do that right after this, so if you get a message from me on your private message, you should respond very quickly. And we'll get that out to you. Also, sort of connected, I've been getting a lot of great messages from my mom. And one of them's related, but this one is totally not, so bear with me. But I thought it was hilarious. She sent me an email that was like, Jesse, I like that StarCraft story, but those Zerg are disgusting. I just thought that was hilarious. Also, she sent me an email that basically gives the answer to a question I asked in the video that Crendor and I, when we went around my apartment and we found that weird, Italian guy. Apparently, Escape Peanut has the answer for what that actually is. A lot of you were like, is it a cookie jar? What is it? He has the right answer. In fact, my mom, jumped on this, too. I guess she watched every response, because apparently she was like, he was the one who got it right first! It is, in fact, a pan grease holder. So what you would do back in the day is you would take any grease or oil from your pan and pour it in there, and then it would, the top would filter out any, particles, and so the pan grease would be in the bottom, and you would reuse it once it cooled down as, something to grease your pan up in the future. So if you fried bacon, you would save the bacon fat. I guess that's how it would work. I've never seen anyone in my family use it like that, but apparently it's been in the family for a long time, so that's the one thing I'm giving to my grandkids. I'm gonna be like, look, this is worth millions. It's probably worth 15 cents. It doesn't even matter. That's what they're getting. Everything else is going to the 20-year-old I marry when I'm 80. Other than that, that's what the grandkids get. Okay, enough of all that. Let's get down to the hat. Question the first. This question comes from One Sharp Marble. Will you always be OMFGCata, or will you, one day, change your name? Well, One Sharp Marble, unfortunately, forever, because of YouTube policy, I will always be OMFGCata. I cannot change my name. / Jesse Cox leads to the same site, but because that's just the way they work, you can never change your name. That's just the way it is. Yogscast will always be Blue Zephos. Total Biscuit will always be Total Halibut. Basically, people who never thought they were going to be famous chose really crappy names. And, yeah, that's just the way it works. Usually when people make a name that's really creative, and they're like, I'm going to be super legit famous, that's usually when it doesn't happen. And then that name is forever taken. And that sucks for everyone. So, yeah, that's a problem. There's a real big problem where YouTube, let's say I make a channel called, like, Badass Videos, and I close that channel, forever and for all eternity, Badass Videos is locked. Even if I wanted it, like, even if there was a Jesse Cox, right? If you go to youtube.com/user, or users, whatever it is, /Jesse Cox, that takes you to a page that doesn't exist. Like, that guy who owned that page originally still owns it technically. And he can reclaim it whenever, but it's a non-thing. And so /Jesse Cox, like youtube.com/Jesse Cox, leads to my thing. So YouTube can sort of finagle stuff, but for all intents and purposes, OMFGCata will always be me forever and eternity. Question the second. This comes from $5 Gaming. He says, would you recommend your capture card? If so, what is the name and model number of your capture card so I can consider getting it? Thanks for the help. Well, my capture card is a Blackmagic Pro. I don't think there's a model number, and that's just what it is. It's one you stick in your computer, but it has issues doing 1080. If I were you, even though it's a bit more expensive, I would go with the AverMedia. I think it's like the live stream HD something or other. It's the one that has the button. It's a big red button that you can mash on your desk, and it's really cool. I wanted to get one. I pestered them into maybe like giving me like a free one. They were like, nope, we don't give free copies. Literally later that day, Total Biscuit was like, I just got a free copy. So, yeah. Also, my PlayStation just turned on, and I'm not sure why that is, because I didn't touch anything. It's become sentient. So immediately after I mentioned that it was on, it just turned off by itself. That is horrifying. Anyway, so AverMedia, I would get that. It's like $120, but I assume it'd be worth it. You stick it in your computer. It's supposed to do pretty much all the work for you, and it works with like Twitch or any of those other broadcast services, XSplit, things like that. So I would get that. And finally, question the third. This comes from Ghost Priest 2. What does your family think about what you do? About being a really famous YouTuber? Are they happy or ... Well, one, I don't know if they think I'm a real famous YouTuber, because even I don't think that. But I do know that they are happy, and they are proud of me, that I'm doing something that I love. I think any good parent should be that. Just proud that their child is happy doing what they're doing. I would say that my parents, if anything, have a hard time explaining me to people. I can't imagine them trying to explain it to people, because even I have a hard time. Imagine you're out at a bar, and you meet a nice young lady, and you're like, hey, how are you? Would you like to do it? And she says, what do you do? Because that's a thing that comes up every once in a while. How do you explain, like, I make YouTube videos about video games? Really, that to everyone in the world sounds like you have the laziest son on the planet. In reality, I assume they, like me, I just go like, I work with one of the studios, and they're like, oh, which studio is that? I'm like, oh, I don't really want to talk about it. And that goes over real well, because no one asks any questions. Hopefully my parents will use that, but my dad once, he told me a story about how he showed a video to people that he knew, and it was some video where I was ranting or something, and there was like swear words, and he was like, this is my son. So, I feel for him. I really do. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you when I get back from PAX. Maybe we'll make a video while I'm there. But if you see me, and say hi, please do. And if you're at home, you will have plenty of videos waiting for you when I'm gone. Talk to you later. This has been fun. And as always, to be continued. Advertise like shameless whores.